Okay. Let's see what happens. Alright. I should be back.
This is an ad.
Seribot's back. It says excellent condition now. Nope. YouTube immediately said that it's not getting enough. YouTube immediately goes, it's not getting enough to maintain a smooth connection. Thanks, Tokage. I'm gonna restart my thing and see. So mine is showing 6,072 kilobits, which is great. The coffee is dead? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh. I mean... And I'm still... So, OBS... Really? Right now? OBS is sitting at about 6%, where it was at like 20% before. So it looks like something is happening with OBS that is making OBS jump from like the 8 to 10%, and it's like doubling how much CPU power it's drawing. Which is also causing it to hit the very high power threshold. Let's turn off the preview again. So... Excuse me. OBS being OBS. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. I apparently need to get like a log file. And I mean... If setting OBS to high priority or even real time would fix it, how do I do that? Hi, Girl. How do I do that? Is that a task manager thing? Trying to remember. Well, that doesn't help me then. I think I have to do that, like, when I'm not running, because, like, I can't click on the properties for it. Yeah, it keeps switching between, like, GPU engine, video, and code, and then 3D. I have Windows 10. I know that we've done this before, because we had to do this, we had to do this once before with, with we had to set up so that Silent Hill wasn't using a certain thing. Was it set priority? Okay, so if I go into the details and I right-click on OBS and I click set priority, it's already set to above normal for the priority. But, like, we didn't have any problems on Wednesday. We didn't have any problems on Tuesday. So it's like every other stream I'm having issues. Thank you, Jeff. I just want to sit back and recline my chair and maybe cry a little bit. Do you guys mind if I cry a little bit as I stare up at the ceiling and wonder what I've done wrong with my life to give me these issues that I was never having before? Set it to high or real time? I'm gonna set it to high. Do you want to change the priority? Yes. Okay, it's currently set to high. And who knows if that'll make any changes. Because, I mean, it's not doing it right now. And it wasn't doing it earlier. It took us an hour plus into stream. Like, it took us an hour and 14 minutes before we ran into any of these issues before. Right? Like, it was fine for over an hour. And then all of a sudden, in like 10 minutes, it was just like, I went from having dropped less than 10 frames to dropping 12, 20,000. You know? And that's what confuses me, is that it took an hour for it to have any issues at all. We were fine. We had no problems for an hour. Nothing. No problems. Zero problem. We lost the occasional frame, right? Like the occasional frame, which is kind of normal, I think. You know, every now and then you'll lose a frame here or there, but losing 8 frames... Losing 8 frames over the course of, like, over the course of an hour, you know? Like, we've been live again for 7 minutes, and we're at 28,000. So we're getting, like, 4,000 frames a second, right? We're getting, like, 4,000 frames a second. So losing 8 is nothing. Like, that's a negligible number. That's a number that no one is even going to consider as existing. You know? That's a rounding error. That's why Twitch is doing something that servers is a combat bot. I mean, yeah, but... So, we know that the CPU usage on OBS earlier was about 20%, and it's down to 7-ish. It's bouncing between, like, 6.5 to 9%. Here, there, right? I want to see something. If I enable the preview again, how much does it jump up to? It doesn't change. It doesn't really change at all. I need to, like... I need to set a lot of these to unload when not showing. And hopefully that'll help. You know? Because, like, there's a lot of things, like, if I turn this on, and I turn it off, it's not there. This one I can just fucking delete. Actually, that's not true. I don't want to delete that. I want... Like, there's so many things on this that I just need to, like, not have when they're not used. And hopefully that's going to be a thing that, like, maybe I'm using too much crap. You know? Sort of thing. Like, what the fuck is this one? This is recents. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, that's... yeah. Close file when inactive. similar, like... Okay, we've lost 13 frames. The worst part is without being live, intermittent issues are bastards struck down. Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the problem is that, like... Why is this turned on? Like, part of the problem is that if I, if I really, 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 really want to fuck with it, I basically have to be going live, testing a thing, going live, testing a thing, going live, testing a thing, and then going offline in between each one. Right? I have to be going offline in between each one, and that's gonna fuck up all my shit on Twitch's end. Maybe OBS having a memory leak? I don't know. And I mean, like, without pulling the crash log, or like the log files, maybe if I were to pull out the log files and we could like go through it day by day, you know? But like, I don't know how to read these log files is the problem. I don't know how to fucking read log files. Also, my log files only go back to the 29th. And I have a bunch of weird ones, like, why do I have a log file for the 31st? I didn't even go live. Well, okay, I was recording on those days. Never mind. So the 30th and the 31st, I was recording. But, like, the 29th was one of those days when I had issues. Here, let me... Switch over to media share for a minute. We're going to look at this. So... You guys can't really see this, but... Reading log files is not something that's super versed in. Yeah, because, like, a lot of it is little stuff. Like, I have my CPU name, I have the speed, I have the number of cores and logical cores, we have the physical memory, we've got the Windows version running that I'm doing. I am running as administrator. It says Windows gaming features. The bar is off, the DVR is off, the DVR background recording is off. Game mode probably on, no registration key set. Firewall, antivirus enabled, firewall enabled, current time and date, browser hardware acceleration is set to true, hide OBS windows from screen capture is set to false, it's got a version number, it's got a portable mode which is currently false, it's got the version that I was running at the time which was 32.0.1, I've updated the 30.0.2 since then. Nix, as is normal for kitties, decided to of course walk under, aw, cute. Would you have a secondary account to test for things that require... No, I don't have one. I don't have a second account, unfortunately, Rathalos. But, like... I wonder if we can pop down to the bottom and... Just trying to find out, like, where the first error things come in. Because there's a lot of little error messages that are popping up all over the fucking place. Ooh, there's... So like... Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I am noticing a couple of these about, There's a couple of, like, what is Zeraz loaded twice? That's a Stream Elements thing. I think that... There's a lot of these nonsenses. Error, uncaught tag error, ads by Google dot push error. That's like, what? There's a lot of Stream Elements crap that I just really hate and don't like to use. But some of them are from the overlays having errors. And honestly, I think a lot of it is that some of these I don't even use anymore. So, like, this big chunk of bullshit happening shouldn't be an issue because, like, I'm turning all of these off because, like, I never use them. But, like, I can send it to you on Discord and you can look at it. Maybe. I have a lot of these sources that I need to set to, like, not be catching anything when they're not turned on. Because I use different sources for all of my different games, rather than have just one that catches everything, because that gave me some issues. But it's also showing, like, everything that's loaded. Okay, hold on. FFmpeg AAC encoder track vertical and bitrate blah 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 blah. Replay buffer stopping. Total frames output 1. Total drawn frames 13. Warning 2 frames left in there. Replay buffer stop. Also, notice that we haven't had any issues right now. Cannot set properties. Okay, so those are the chat things. But there is some issues with the multi-output, apparently. But that's the thing that I'm using to get it onto YouTube as well. Yeah, a lot of... There's a bunch of them that are, like, cannot set properties of undefined setting channel points thing. And this is, again, a lot of... It looks like it's a lot of, stream element stuff. And I guess an interesting point of order is that I actually don't use... Hold on a second. I need to switch to studio mode for a second. So if I look at the chat... Like, is this what I think it is? Properties?
This is an ad.
Yeah, like, I'm not even using this anymore. Like, I could delete these. I'm sorry about the ads. So, like, I could delete, like, shut down when not visible. Like, I'm not even using this anymore. Hell, I don't even know. Yeah, it's like, is it? I think I'm just gonna delete it. I think I'm just gonna delete that. Because I'm not using it for anything. But, like, the alert box... So my alerts... Okay. The alert box is fine. Sunrise Divine Union is fine. That's fine. That's fine. What is this banner? Ah, okay. I'm gonna unload that one. We're not doing it. Same with this one. What's this one? Properties. Yeah, we can unload all these when we're not using them. Same with properties. Okay, that doesn't have a thing for that. So let's take a look-see at this. So yeah, like that's fine. What about the emote wall? The emote wall is Streamlabs. Hello, Naria Care. How are you? How are you? So again, I can go to this and have it. Yeah, that's fine. This is another one of those things that should be like turned off when we're not using it. Yeah, but it's just text, so it doesn't really matter. Return for meeting using. Yeah, we had the encoding error again. We had the encoding error again. Oh, that's that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at, like, turning things off when they're not being used, is all. What is this? Oh, that's what that is. I can delete this. Because that's never going to come up again. Hi, Fantastic Mr. Jack. How are you? Sorry, we're just trying to troubleshoot. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very interesting, and I know that, like, you guys don't really care much to watch it, but, you know. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Wait, do I have that on here twice? No. I should go and I should delete some of the things that we're probably not going to ever play again. Like, this one that it was a demo that I got. I'm probably not going to play it again. This one I can remove for now. You're suffering because you're playing Valorant? Quit. Quit. I don't know why I have... I mean, it's just, probably never going to play that game again because it didn't do very well. We're probably never going to play that again because it wasn't fun. No worries, you're just staying quiet until troubleshooting is over. You can't help, you don't want to distract. That's okay. Wait, what's this? Properties? Oh, that's... Okay, I was like, Chronos. What the fuck is that? But it's Chronos. That's Delta, so that's fine. Mega Bonk, I can get rid of this. So I'm just deleting some things that we're probably not going to play anymore. Oh, that wasn't even... Okay, because we actually finished that game. We also finished this game, so I can remove that. I'm going to leave that for now. That game sucked. Some of these I don't know if I'm ever going to play again, but, you know. You can't stop, you got to improve because you agreed to a collab. Oh, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You silly Billy. Anyway, so I'm getting rid of a lot of these errors that I'm not really using. There's some interesting of like... Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I am getting rid of some of these. You know? Like this one... Okay. Properties. Okay, that's fine. This is another one of those things that's like, it should just like... It's fine, because it's just text. It's just text. Networking, fear of missing out, want to hang out with them. I mean, that's fine. Every source you've ever had is up there and still active. Yeah, some of them are. Some of them are. What the fuck does it... It says, game capture, hunt, showdown. We're DXGI 1.4, boys! Exclamation mark. What's weird DXGI 1.4, boys? That's amazing. I'm kind of like, I wish that I could find out where exactly we... Okay, Hi Kenichi, how are you? You wonder if it's a dev comment left in the exe? Yeah, from those times you had the screen capture? No. Getting rid of errors is good. I wonder if it could be causing an issue that I'm not well versed in software development. I know more about hardware and networking admin. So the thing about this is, and the reason that I'm confused about it is specifically because a lot of these things have been here for years. Like, I haven't touched them. So if they're suddenly having issues and they never had issues before, that's why I'm going to be confused about it, you know? Like, that's a reason that I'm going to be very confused. Is because these are things that I was not ever having issues with, but now I'm all of a sudden having issues with them. I'm just going to remove that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that's confusing me, is that these are things that never had issues with it. When it did the thing, did we see whether it was maxing out the CPU, GPU, and what the program is doing? So, if we look at Task Manager, OBS right now is currently using 8.4, between 6 and 9% of my CPU, right? When it started to do the thing, its CPU usage doubled to about 20%. So we were sitting at about 20%. But like, so I'm curious. And it's showing... I don't know. When I'm software stuff like this, having the too many which can be tipped over by just one would be called. It's more software dev stuff. Yeah, but again, none of the reason that I'm baffled by it is because none of it was an issue beforehand, right? And we've run into this kind of problem before. We've run into this kind of problem before when Marvel Rivals was a thing that we were starting, because when Marvel Rivals was playing, it had a fuck ton of issues, specifically because of having too many things. When we made it its own scene, and it was just a single game, it worked just fine, because it was too many things that OBS was trying to do all at once. But I haven't changed anything. And that's where I run into my confusion. If I had changed a bunch of things, I'd be like, oh, I changed a thing, I need to unchange that thing. But because I haven't, that's why I'm like, okay, but what did I do differently? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So, that's also if it's an OBS issue and not like the back end Twitch of things, the back end ISP. Yeah, but I mean, because we saw that the CPU doubled, like its usage doubled. I'm curious now. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna boot up Pacific Drive again, because Pacific Drive is one of the games that had problems. So I've got the game going. I'm not going to switch scenes because we're just doing testing, but I just want to see what happens if I let it run for a second. Right? If I just let it run for a second. Because again, we're already at 30 minutes on this. We have already been live for another half hour. So I'm just going to let it sit on the menu for a second. How about this? I'm going to do some of the push-ups because I owe you guys push-ups. So I know that it's gonna, I'm gonna actually just turn the audio to 0 real fast so that you guys don't have to hear it. It was at 60, by the way. Somebody remind me later it was at 60. I'm going to do some push-ups. You guys tell me if there's any problems. Okay? And I'm gonna adjust this so that I'm not under boobing and getting in trouble. So let me do some push-ups real fast. That's 20 push-ups. I still see that it's got 68 frames dropped, which is a number that it was before. That's the same number that it was earlier, which is a good sign. Are you fucking clapping in midair while doing? But no, hun. It's my pierce. I mean, it's my hoodie. So I'm wearing a hoodie, and the zipper on the hoodie is hitting the hardwood floor. However, chat will likely tell you that it is my Prince Albert piercing or one of my nipple piercings, because I do happen to have nipple piercings and a Prince Albert piercing. But the correct answer is that it's my zipper on my hoodie. Don't listen to what chat says. Also, chat, I want you to know that I appreciate you guys behaving right now since I'm having these tech issues and not being weird weirdos. It's too cold to waste your... Oh, fuck off, Jeff, man. Hi, Aderon. Those are some fun piercings? Yeah. My zipper piercing. Hi, Aderon. How are you? We're doing some troubleshooting. I look like I've had that moment where I confessed to my high school crush and she rejected me, and so I'm just standing there staring into space dead. That's what that face looks like. It's just my entire world did the fucking glass shattered thing, and I'm just standing there, and everyone's walking around me like, what's up with that one? That one's weird. You know? Troubleshooting chat, talk! Uh-oh. I'll have done that at least once. Relatable. I'm gonna do more push-ups. Hnetu's ween is hitting the ground like the Havoc physics engine demonstration. Meanwhile, I'm over here, my arms dying after 5 push-ups when I used to be able to do them one-handed. I used to do 150 a night, but I can't anymore. I struggle to get the 50 in. So I still have to do 20 more. Excuse me. I still have to do 20 more. But I am noticing that the game is not having issues. Like, we're not losing a fuckload of frames. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah? Yeah. Ow. Did you guys hear my knee just pop? That hurt a lot. Ow, that was my knee popping. Pretty sure it's a Hnetu's wobbly ears clapping against her head. Shut up. I have to do more push-ups. I hate push-ups. Another 10. I thought it was a bark. No. You really just think Twitch is being fucky at night for whatever reason? I don't know. I don't know. But I can see that I'm running at about 6,000 to 6,400 kbps right now for my upload. And I'm not seeing any drop frames. I'm wondering if at like the 1 hour mark it's gonna do it, because it seems like it wants to wait until I've been live for about 1 hour and then shits on me. How is the memory in the CPU? Let's find out. Task manager. Oh, that jumped up to 100 for a split second. So, the game is running at about 17. OBS is taking up between 9.6 and 11. So OBS is taking up a little bit more, but only like 1% more. So it's jumped a little. It's jumped a little. Its average going from 6 to 9, going from to 9 to 11%, it's jumped a little bit. It's jumped a few points. The game is obviously using up about 16 to 20. So my CPU is doing more, but that's because it's got the game up. Even if the game is just sitting on the menu. I'm gonna do these last 10 push-ups because I hate it. Also, I'm gonna fix my titty. Last 10. It's average. Yes. Yes, exactly. Okay. Push-ups. So, yeah, we're using up a little bit more. I haven't dropped any more frames, though. OBS would probably need more if it was looking at the game. Can I get my honey cheeks Hana clap like Hana that? Shut up. Shut up. Fucking shut up. Okay. I have to do more sit-ups. I mean, sit-ups is what did it last time. Sit-ups, me saying that I'm going to do sit-ups is it broke everything last time. So maybe if I do sit-ups again, it's going to break everything. So here's what we're going to do is I'm going to take my headphones off for a hot second, because I need to go get something, and then we'll do sit-ups and see if that breaks it. Maybe it's the cursed word. Maybe it's the cursed word. audio Hnetu collapse you. That was me cracking my knuckles. I don't know if you can hear it. Alright, let me do some sit-ups then, and you guys can continue to tell me if there's any problems, right? Yeah? 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 Alright, sit-ups. I gotta do 50 of these fuckers. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, we're halfway done, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, we'll read chat real fast. Okay, we haven't dropped any more frames, we're still at 68 out of whatever, which is 0.1% out of the 133,000 we've got so far. So that's not too bad. I can see that it's interesting because if I look at the other thing, it's showing me the multi one is showing me like a real big fluctuation of the kbps upload, where it's like it jumps between like 800 to 1.6 megabits, but it's still at 60 FPS. So it's just bouncing back and forth between these two, which is weird. I just jumped up to 2.44 megabits, and then it drops down to 300 kilobits. And it doesn't seem to be consistent at all. Like, it's bouncing around constantly, which is weird. I mean, that's probably the issue that YouTube is having. Whereas the fluctuations on the Twitch side, it goes up and down a little bit, but it's going up and down by a couple hundred. However, it's over 6,000. So it jumping from 6,200 to 6,500 isn't really much of a difference, whereas it going from 300 to 1,000 is a lot. So I don't know. When was the last time you gave your router/modem a full reboot? I don't remember. I do it every now and then. I can do it after stream tonight. I know it hasn't been too long. I think I was gonna do it the other day, and then it perked itself back up, and I didn't. But I can do that after stream ends. So I think I might have thought about doing it on Monday, but I don't remember. I don't remember. I was depressed. I was sad. Let me do more push-ups, or sit-ups, or squats, or whatever the fuck I'm doing down here. The thing is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that's that. So it's all good. I'm back. Let me put my headphones back on. Unplug the power for 30 full seconds and plug it back in after stream routers and firewalls get fucky without reboots, as all computers do. Yeah, I mean, I restart my computer with some relativity, and I know I've restarted it at least twice since last Monday. Okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do is I'm gonna mark off these sit-ups. Okay, ow. Hi, old man Windbreaker, welcome in. I'm going to check the task manager again. So my task manager is showing OBS at about 13 to 14%. So like it's ever so slowly climbing up. Like it's very slowly increasing over time. And now it's back to 11 to 12. So like it is going up over time. Because as you remember, hi Artemis, how am I doing? I'm having a time, babe. I'm having a time. So OBS is slowly climbing. I wonder if there are any. I'm trying to find out like how old some of these are. Some of these are a while ago. Alright. Based on what's going on, same with memory usage, yeah. Yeah, but you know, I'm still worried about it. I'm just trying to keep an eye on it, you know? Alright, I was gonna let chat decide what we do tonight, but since I already have Pacific Drive open, I think we might I think I might just play that. You know? Because I feel like that's just going to be the easiest thing to do since it's literally already open. And because I'm kind of lazy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, so that means that you guys will need to tell me if there are any issues. So let me... do that. Just to turn the music off, and then I'll switch to gaming. We'll put the audio back up. Why are you not on my screen? There you go. Okay. Okay. You've been having a good time with No Man's Sky? Nice. It's non-stop Nut November. We need to play gooning games. No, it's no Nut November. You mean you got stream going and playing Hades 2? So goon on goon. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna hit record for this, and we're gonna pretend to be normal people, and we're gonna hope that we don't have the encoding issues explode everything, because I don't want the encoding issues to explode everything. So that's gonna be our prayer. Fucking raining out. Dun, 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 dun. I guess it's still windy because of this. Okay. Okay, so we have to go get the fourth audio tape. We don't really have a lot of resources to make our car do the nice. So we're kind of living on a prayer right here. I wonder if I can make a resonator. Like, we need so much scrap metal. That's the big problem, is how much scrap metal we need. What do we have getting devoured in here? Right. Okay, those. Alright, let's just go and see what happens, yeah? You gotta be normal? Yeah, you gotta be normal. Okay, so... we've already got this set. Yep, we've already got this set. So we're just gonna go, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna take a whole bunch of these. We did put a normal engine back in because we were having problems with the other one. We do still need, what do we need? Fiberglass. We have a bunch of red balloons though. Oh, I can get this anti-theft backpack. But I need those for this last Vtuber. I'm so close to finishing that. Can I make another limb chip real quick? Yeah, I'm so scared of having issues. Like, I'm so fucking scared. I cannot make another limb. Oh, because I need a Limpium. I see. Wait, carbon fiberglass. Hold on. So I need 8, 6, and 5. So it's 19. Can I make 19 of these? can make 1. Okay, so I have 19. Does this mean... Okay, so I can make the carbon fiber shirt, which is more piercing resist. And then I can make the balloon shirt, which is more piercing resist. And then I can make the anti-corrosive thing, which is acid resist. And this is such a bad idea, but I can do it. So that means I have made every single piece of equipment. The zone can be surprisingly larcenous place at times. Securing your backpack tight will stop anyone or anything from pickpocketing your gear. Anti-corrosive anorak. Zipped up to the nines, this impressive feat of tailoring will go some way toward protecting you and anything from anything caustic or corrosive. You still shouldn't go swimming in acid mine. Carbon fiber shirt. Larger and more intricately arranged than a stiff shirt. This offers some dependable protection against piercing damage, all without limiting your freedom of movement. And the balloon shirt, this garment made from anomalous goo, provides a protective barrier that reduces piercing damage, all without squeaking like agitated balloons or floating you away. So we finished the equipment. Holy shit, we have all those. God damn. Okay, so literally the only thing that we have left to do in here is make this. And we have plenty of marsh eggs. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, cool. We've lost one more frame, chat. Fucking stupid weather. I don't know why all the doors are open. Alright, I'm just checking to see if we have, if I have any food in here. Because I don't know if we have any food in here. I don't think so. No, okay. Oh, I'm blue. Hi, Lexi. Oh, we're getting the encoding errors. We're getting the encoding errors. Chat, the encoding errors are happening. Okay, hold on. So, OBS has shot the fuck up. Right as I turned blue. Is it a redeem with Venian? It shouldn't be Venian. You cause chaos? No, we've been having issues all night. We've been having issues all night long. Maybe it is redeems. Maybe it is redeems. Okay, I hate to do this. I'm turning off Venian. I'm gonna turn off Venian and see what happens. If that changes anything. Because the worst part is like if I'm looking down at my thing, it's still telling me that my kbps is fine. Right? Seconds after turning blue. I wonder if it's... But that shouldn't have anything to do with it. You know? And because we've turned it off, it should be fixing itself. Right? Because it's still going up. 6995, 7115, 7231, 7347. I'm saying this in real time. 7467, 7585. Like, it's jumping every second. As a turning it off means clicking the little X on the program. I didn't just turn the source off. Like, the program isn't even up anymore. and OBS is still using up 18%. I know it's hard for you guys to see because it's so small, but... And we're jumped up to 5% of my frames lost, and it's still going up as it... We're at 10,000 frames lost, 10,000, 11, 13, and my bit rate is still fine. It's saying that network hasn't dropped any frames. And it's saying my CPU usage is different here than it is on there. It's okay, Lexi. This isn't your fault. This has just been happening. Because, like... Because, like, it's showing 17, 18% if I'm looking in my task manager, but if I look down at my CPU usage in the stats page on OBS, it says 11%. And then it's saying that it has a 0.8, 0.9 ms to render a frame. Well, it's not going to catch up because it's still doing it. It's still going up. I'm losing more over time. And I'm losing frames faster than I'm gaining frames. Okay. And yeah, because it says video encoding. And it's like... I don't... Do you sign into OBS like a profile? What the fuck kind of a question are you asking? That doesn't make sense. That's not a question that makes a lot of sense. Kind of curious if I drop this to 1080, if it'll change anything. So, like, I've been playing games on 4K, which shouldn't be an issue. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. That was a mistake. I'm gonna go back to the gaming scene as well. Yes, Paradox. So, it's not the game being too big. Because when I switch the screen down to 1080, which, you know, is nowhere near 4K, I'm still losing hundreds of frames every second. You know, it's literally 21,000, 21,100, 21,200, 21,300, 21,400. You know? Like, I'm still losing every frame a second. I'm literally probably going at like 1 FPS right now. Right? It's probably going at 1 FPS. But if I tab over and I look at my side of the screen, it's showing my bit rate is still good. My bit rate is at 5996. There is a single red dot there. Hold on. I have to do this in Firefox because otherwise it'll fuck everything up. I'm leaving the game up just for reasons. So, I see one on October 29th, which we know about, and I'm seeing two today. So, Could it be a client server? I don't know. I don't know how to read all of this nonsense. Your stream appears to be... Okay, yeah. It says, my broadcast is ingesting, but my viewers have no video. I'm using a restreaming service, and my ingest keeps disconnecting. My broadcast drops frame, and the broadcaster software says Steam is okay. Experiencing large delay, visual glitches. Takes 2 minutes to come online. My broadcast settings are the same, but suddenly video is showing more unstable events. How does the preview look in my OBS? The preview looks fine. My side doesn't show any issues. I'm watching the heart rate monitor, and the heart rate monitor, the heart's going just fine. No problems at all. But like there's a split second where it goes unstable. And the worst part is like the instability doesn't even have anything weird going on, right? Like it's still okay. So I'm looking at this broadcaster thing, right? The Twitch inspector. And it's got like online quality is fine, 5900 to 6100 give or take. And then when I see this instability and it says unstable, it's the 60 FPS is still there. And it still has the 59, 20, 72 kbps. And then the second unstable one has, it's just fine, 6000 kbps, 60 FPS. Like there's no issues. So I have no idea. I'm just going to call it. Might as well not bother with recording. Interesting. I hit the stop recording button, and it's taking its sweet time to stop the recording. It's still... If you were to look at your recordings, I mean, I can try if it ever stops recording. If it ever fucking finishes what it's doing. Because, like, I'm sitting here, I hit stop recording, and it's stuck in this stopping recording thing. And the thing is I can't look at it, because if I try to open the video file while it's doing this, or even if I Alt F4 out of OBS, right? Then I can't watch the video properly. It will not render right. And it'll end up in this position where the video will work, but I can't click on the header tracking anywhere. It just won't let me. Okay, it stopped. Okay, it stopped, which means we can do more testing. So I'm going to close out of the fucking game and be really fucking upset about this. I'm going to put it back to 4K, though. Because I'm going to be real with you. The game looks so much better when it's in 4K. Yeah, I don't care if I lose the save data. Okay. Let me switch back to chatting for a minute. Good night, Lexi. I'm sorry, guys. Hi, D3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like any of this. I'm not even gonna raid. I hope you guys have a good night. I'm so sorry that this keeps happening. I'm gonna go unplug. You said unplug my router, so I'm gonna go unplug the router and see. But I don't think it's a network thing because it feels like it's OBS just shitting itself. You guys can't fucking hear me, can you? Have a good night. Bye. Good night, everybody.